gathered together today to celebrate with Chris and Giselle and the completeness of their love. And as I look out at all of you here today, I see many people that are very, very special to these two. I'm so grateful for how God and St. Thomas Aquinas brought me into your lives and how I get to experience with you how you have both been molded for this very special day. I've heard and seen your love for each other in a very unique and special way. It's truly an honor and privilege to stand with you guys both today. Henry, you are the epitome of a girl dad. Anyone who knows you knows that you and both of your daughters share a very special bond. Giselle has been nurtured in your love and guided by your personal counsel. And as she joins Chris today and becomes a partner in this marriage, I know that Giselonga would love the blessing of her papi. So I ask you today, do you give both Chris and Giselle your blessings? And now with that blessing, it is my privilege to ask, who gives this woman to be married to this man? And you're set? Take a breath, guys. This is your moment. Forget all the stress of planning this amazing weekend. I mean, you've got nothing to worry about anymore. If anything, I should be nervous. I have a performance review with Grace Suarez during cocktail hour. Thank you. Let's keep this energy going. I like where we're headed. But seriously, we're all here to celebrate you in this. And I want you to simply enjoy your friends and family who gathered to spend this day with you all the way in Italy. So take a moment, take it all in, and look out into the crowd at your loved ones and think about how each person has touched your life and why they are here with you today. As we begin this evening, I want you to understand that true marriage is more than joining the bonds of marriage of two persons. It is the union of two hearts. 3 if you include Sansa, which I know you two always will. And this union lives on the love you give each other and never grows old, but thrives on the joy of each new day. Marriage is love, and love is a word that contains so much impact, we are often hard put to define it. Someone once said that love wants to give, and because it does, its prime goal is to make the other person happy. Love is the soil and the climate in which we each can flourish, far superior to what either could achieve alone. My hope for you too is that you will always be able to talk things over, to confide in each other, to laugh with each other, to enjoy life together, and to share moments of quiet and peace when the day is done. Now I know that's hard with Giselle, but Chris, I have faith in you. I have seen how you two love each other, and I know that you will be blessed with a lifetime of happiness and a home of warmth and understanding. I want you to also understand that marriage is better understood as a process than as a single act. Marriage is the blending of two unique personalities in all facets of life and in all circumstances of life to form a new and wonderful relationship. Chris, Giselle, marriage is not about finding the right person as much as it is about being the right person. And I know without a doubt that each of you are the right person for each other. For Giselle's bachelorette trip, we played a game with Chris and asked him 20 questions about their relationship. We recorded this game, and in Charleston, we would pause and have Giselle give her answer, as well as guess Chris's. One of these questions was, what is your favorite thing about your partner? And without hesitation, they were both so sure of their answers. Chris, Giselle loves your calmness. You are steadfast. You are level-headed. She also mentioned your bubble butt. But we can move on from that. Giselle, Chris loves your free spirit and your bubbly personality, your passion for life and your desire to make everything full out. And Giselle, speaking on behalf of your best friends, I think that's what we all love most about you. And it's also the reason that in August 2015, we didn't question why Giselle was being flown out to New York to go to ring dance by none other than Chris Jennings from high school. It seemed weird considering they hadn't really talked since they shared their first kiss in high school. But your free spirit gets you into all sorts of shenanigans. It was normal. But little did we know that this time, that free-flowing spirit was finding its anchor, Chris. It took you right where you needed to be and led you back to this man who had loved you from afar for so long. It was that same month, August 2015, that Chris wrote a very important letter, the first of many love letters shared between you two. But this one was special. In this letter, Chris proposed to Giselle and sent it to himself to postmark the date. She wouldn't read it until May 2021, when he got down on one knee and presented it to her. But this fate, this day, was pretty much written in the stars since then. Or as we learned last night, since he tried to send a bottle of wine. As lovers of the written word, Chris and Giselle chose two readings that represent love to them. The first reading was chosen by Giselle, Sonnet 116 by William Shakespeare. During her time as an English major at William & Mary, Giselle took 4 courses on Shakespeare, and this sonnet was one she always carried with her. This will be read by none other than Tess Fuller, one of Giselle's oldest friends, otherwise known as the third Suarez sister. Tess?
This sonnet attempts to define love by telling what it is and is not. William Shakespeare, Sonnet 116. Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. Love is not love which alters when it alteration finds, or bends with the remover to remove. Oh no, it is an ever-fixed mark that looks on the tempest and is never shaken. It is the star to every wandering bark, whose worth's unknown, although his height be taken. Love's not time's fool, though rosy lips and cheeks within his bending sickle's compass come. Love alters not with his brief hours and weeks, but it bears it out even to the edge of doom. If this be error, and upon me proved, I have never writ, nor no man ever loved.
The second reading was chosen by Chris, a passage from his favorite book, The Alchemist. This reading will be given by Tyler Drake, who met Chris during Mommy and Me. They became best friends and have been ever since. Tyler?
When he looked into her eyes and saw that her lips were poised between a laugh and silence, he learned the most important part of the language that all the world spoke, the language that everyone on earth was capable of understanding in their heart. It was love. Something older than humanity, more ancient than the desert. Something that exerted the same force whenever two pairs of eyes met, as had theirs here at the well. She smiled, and that was certainly an omen. The omen he had been awaiting, without even knowing he was, for all his life. The omen that he had sought to find with his sheep, and in his books, in the crystals, and in the silence of the desert. It was the pure language of the world. It required no explanation, just as the universe needs none as it travels through endless time. What the boy felt at that moment was that he was in the presence of the only woman in his life, and that, with no need for words, she recognized the same thing. He was more certain of it than anything in the world, because when you know the language, it's easy to understand that the world awaits you, whether it's in the middle of the desert, or in some great city, or in Tuscany. And when two such people encounter each other and their eyes meet, the past and the future become unimportant. There's only that moment and the incredible certainty that everything under the sun has been written by one hand. It's the hand that evokes love and creates a twin soul for every person in the world. Without such love, one's dreams would have no meaning.
Very serious and important decision in choosing to marry each other today. Chris, do you understand and accept this responsibility? And do you promise to do your very best each day to create a loving, healthy, and happy marriage?
I do.
Giselle, do you understand and accept this responsibility? And do you promise to do your very best each day to create a loving, healthy, and happy marriage?
I do.
No other human ties are more tender, and no other vows more important than those you are about to take. Both of you come to this day with the deep realization that the contract of marriage is sacred, as are all of its obligations and responsibilities. So Chris, repeat these words after me, and you can look at your bride while you do. I, Chris,
I, Chris,
take you, Giselle,
take you, Giselle,
to be my wedded wife,
be my wedded wife,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, or for poor,
in, in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death do us part.
till death do us part.
Giselle, repeat these words after me. I, Giselle,
I, Giselle,
take you, Chris,
take you, Chris,
to be my wedded husband,
to be my wedded husband,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poor,
for richer or poor,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death do us part.
till death do us part.
Today, both Chris and Giselle have also decided to write their own vows.
Those that know Chris and I well know we communicated a lot over the years through letters. Call me a helpless romantic, but there's something about pen and paper that just allowed us to capture our true thoughts and feelings and memories. Especially over the 3 years of long distance, we would write letters on holidays, big events, trips, truly a few each month. So now I will share my most recent and definitely not last love letter to you. I vow to give this marriage everything I have and show up every day ready to go full out and give it 100%. I'm not one to do things halfway, so I'm extremely excited to explore new places with you, create our own adventures, and make tons of memories. I vow to respect, admire, and appreciate you, especially when you take Sansa potty past 10 p.m. I vow to compromise with you and find solutions where it's win-win for the two of us. For example, I promise to let you choose whatever you want to watch in March, while I get to choose the other 11 months out of the year. I vow to bring spontaneity to your steadfast spirit and always be your biggest cheerleader in life. I promise to keep that energy you love and use it to create a fun, lively home for Sansa and future children. I vow to support your dreams and endeavors throughout life. I will be your listening ear and encourage you never to settle, because I too want a home in Cinque Terre one day. As we embark on our greatest journey of all, I'm so excited for a lifetime of memorable moments. But really, every moment with you is memorable, especially Saturday mornings when we go for our long walks, grabbing coffee, and searching for the best acai bowl in town. I know they say your wedding is the best day of your life, but those are the best parts of my life. I love you, and I'm so excited and honored to be your wife.
And now, Chris.
Giselle, over the many years and the many notes and letters that I've already promised you many things in those letters. But today, I'm going to promise you that I'll be there. I'll be there for you on your best days and on your worst days. I'll be there to be your best traveling partner. I'll be there to compliment the new outfit you're wearing. Like, look at this one. It's magnificent, beautiful. I'll even be there to spend the whole day with you rewatching the entire Twilight series. I'll be there every night to walk Sansa before bed, since you're both scared of the dark. But mostly, more importantly, to kiss you goodnight. I'll be there for our future children, which we've already named, to be the very best father that I can. Not only will I be there to raise them, but also remind them how lucky they are to have a mother who is the most loving, thoughtful, and beautiful woman in the world. And not only will I be there for you in the future, but I'm here today to tell you that I love you, and I always will.
And with that, Abuela, May I have the rings? You each take them. Thank you. The rings are symbols of your commitment of love. They are made of fine metals and exact specifications, expressing the purity which should always be in marriage. They are formed in circles, expressing the unending dimension of your love. You should share these rings now in full awareness of this love. As you both hold these rings, repeat together these words after me. I give you this ring.
I give you this ring.
I give you this ring. Oh.
As a symbol of our vows.
As a symbol of our vows.
And with all that I am.
And
And all that I am.
And all that I have.
And all that I have.
I honor you.
I honor you.
With this ring.
With this ring.
I thee wed.
I thee wed.
I thee wed.
Chris, take this ring and place it on Giselle's hand. Because Chris and Giselle have desired each other in marriage and have witnessed this before our gathering, affirming their acceptance of the responsibilities of such a union, and have pledged their love to each other, sealing their vows in the giving and receiving of rings, I do proclaim, by the power invested in me, that they are husband and wife. Let all people, here and everywhere, recognize and respect this union, now and forever. Chris, you may now kiss your bride. It is now my great privilege to introduce to you for the first time Mr. and Mrs. Jennings.